When you look at the most successful people in the world, it's easy to admire their results, the victories, the accolades, the lifestyle. But what most people fail to see is the invisible part of their journey, the sacrifices, the sleepless nights, the relentless pursuit of something greater than themselves. Winners aren't born with a magic formula. They aren't handed a perfect set of circumstances. What sets them apart is something you can't measure in talent alone. It's their mindset. The way they think when no one is watching. The way they push forward when the world tells them to stop. The way they see possibilities when everyone else sees limitations. And here's the truth. Every single person in this room has the capacity to think like a winner. Not just to dream about it, not just to talk about it, but to live it. To wake up every day with clarity, purpose, and the determination to turn your vision into reality, no matter how impossible it may seem right now. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you the 4 defining traits that separate the ones who wish from the ones who win. Oh, these aren't theories. These are battle-tested truths forged in the real world by people who refuse to accept average as their destiny. And I want you to listen closely, not because my words are powerful, but because they may awaken something powerful inside of you. That quiet voice that's been telling you for years, you were made for more. By the time we finish, you won't just understand the mindset of a winner, you'll feel it, you'll see it, and you'll know exactly how to make it your own. When I talk about winners playing the long game, I'm talking about a mindset that refuses to be rushed, refuses to be distracted, and refuses to be swayed by the temptation of instant gratification. In a world that worships speed, where people want overnight success, where they want to skip the process and jump straight to the reward, winners choose the opposite path. They understand that anything truly meaningful takes time, and they are willing to commit to that time without losing focus. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of quick wins. You see someone make a splash on social media, land a big deal, or get recognized in a way you've been dreaming about, and you start to wonder if you're falling behind. But winners know something most people don't. Fast success often fades as quickly as it comes. What lasts is what's built with patience, consistency, and vision. They aren't distracted by the highlight reels of others because they're too busy working on the substance of their own journey. A winner's long game begins with a clear vision. They see the bigger picture long before it's visible to anyone else. They don't just think about what they want today. They think about what they want 10, 20 years from now. And that vision becomes their anchor. Pierre. When the days feel heavy and the progress feels slow, they look back at that vision and remind themselves why they started. They don't measure their worth by the speed of their progress, but by the depth of their commitment. Every setback, every delay, every challenge, they don't see these as reasons to quit. They see them as part of the process. Because the long game is not a straight road. It's a winding path with unexpected turns. Winners understand this. They prepare for it. They welcome it. They know that each challenge is shaping them into the person capable of holding the success they're working for. They don't want it before they're ready, because they know unearned success can be a curse. The discipline of the long game is not glamorous. It's early mornings and late nights. Nights. It's doing the same small, often boring things over and over again until you master them. It's resisting the urge to announce every move you make and instead allowing your results to speak for you when the time is right. It's investing in relationships, in skills, and personal growth without expecting immediate returns. It's faith in action, believing that your consistent effort will create something extraordinary, even when you can't see it yet. And there's another truth about playing the long game. It requires emotional resilience. You have to learn to sit with the discomfort of slow progress. You have to silence the voice that says, it's taking too long. You have to ignore the critics who can't see your vision. And sometimes you have to walk away from people and opportunities that might give you a quick boost, but ultimately lead you away from your greater goal. Winners don't just think long-term, they protect their long-term. You see, there's a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're building something that will last. It's not about proving yourself to the world every day. It's about proving to yourself day after day that you're still in the fight. Winners understand that consistency beats intensity every time. Anyone can go all in for a week, maybe even a month. But can you go all in for years? Can you keep showing up when it feels like no one is watching? Can you keep pushing when the applause has faded? That's what separates the average from the exceptional. When you play the long game, you also learn to value patience as a strength, not a weakness. Patience doesn't mean waiting passively. It means working actively while trusting the timing. It means staying ready so that when the moment comes, you don't have to get ready. It means understanding that success built slowly is success that can't easily be taken away. And perhaps the most powerful part of the long game is this: you grow into the kind of person who deserves the success you're chasing. The process shapes you. It teaches you humility, discipline, perspective. It removes the arrogance that comes from quick wins and replaces it with the quiet strength of someone who has earned every step forward. When you finally arrive at your goal, you won't just have the prize, you'll have the character to sustain it. Playing the long game isn't just a strategy, it's a way of living. It's a declaration that you are here for more than just moments. You're here for legacy, and a legacy isn't built in a weekend. It's built in the daily choices, the repeated efforts, and the unwavering belief that slow progress is still progress. Because when you commit to the long game, you stop asking, how fast can I get there? And you start asking, how far can I go? Self-belief is the foundation of everything a winner builds. It is the invisible force that keeps you standing when everything around you is trying to knock you down. It is not about walking into a room and thinking you're better than everyone else. It's about walking into a room and knowing that, no matter what happens, you will figure it out. That kind of belief is not given to you. It's something you develop, something you protect, and something you fight for when the world tries to take it from you. The truth is, no one can believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Bree? People may cheer for you, they may encourage you, they may even invest in your vision. But if you don't see your own potential, none of it will matter. And the hard reality is, there will be times when nobody will be there to cheer. There will be moments when you feel unseen, unheard, and underestimated. Those are the moments where self-belief matters most because it is the only thing that will push you forward when external validation disappears. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you will never doubt. It means you choose to move forward even in the presence of doubt. Winners don't wait for confidence to magically appear. They act their way into it. They understand that belief is built through action, through keeping promises to yourself, through proving to yourself over and over again that you can handle more than you thought you could. Every time you follow through on a commitment, every time you keep going when it would have been easier to quit, you strengthen the voice inside that says, I can do this. You see, the world is quick to place limits on you. Sometimes those limits are spoken. People will tell you your dreams are too big, your goals are unrealistic, your timing is wrong. Other times, those limits are unspoken, implied through a lack of support or subtle doubts in their tone. Winners understand that those limits are reflections of someone else's beliefs, not their own. They refuse to shrink their vision to fit the comfort zone of others. They know that the only belief that truly matters is the one they hold about themselves. Self-belief also demands that you learn to silence the destructive conversations happening in your own mind. Because the loudest critic you will ever face is not out there. It's in here. It's the voice that reminds you of past mistakes, that compares you to others, that whispers, you're not ready every time you're about to step forward. Winners don't let that voice go unchallenged. They replace it with a voice that says, I've prepared for this. I've earned this. I'm capable of this. That's not arrogance, it's self-respect. This kind of belief is built in private. It's built when no one is watching. It's built in the hours you invest in learning, practicing, improving. It's built in the way you speak to yourself when no one else is around to encourage you. People see the confidence on the stage, the deal in the boardroom, the success in the spotlight, but they don't see the private work it took to create it. Self-belief is born in those unseen hours. And let's be clear, self-belief is not about pretending you have all the answers. It's about trusting that you have the ability to find them. It's not about being fearless. It's about deciding that your goals are worth facing your fears for. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. Winners accept that they will make mistakes, but they don't let mistakes define them. They see every challenge as a chance to prove themselves right, not prove the doubters right. When you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. Not because obstacles disappear, but because they no longer have the power to end your journey. You stop waiting for the right moment and start creating it. You stop asking for permission and start taking ownership of your future. You stop allowing the fear of failure to dictate your choices because you know that failure is never final unless you choose to stop. And the most powerful thing about self-belief is that it's contagious. When you carry yourself with certainty, when you speak with conviction, when you act with confidence, other people begin to see you through that lens. Opportunities open, doors appear, and people are drawn to your vision, not because they understood it from the start, but because your belief in it is so strong they can't help but believe a little too. But all of that begins with you. If you don't believe you're capable, if you don't believe your dream is worth the fight, no one else will carry that belief for you. Self-belief is the fuel that keeps you moving when the road is long and the night is dark. It is the quiet promise you make to yourself that you will not give up, no matter how many times you are tested. Because when you have unshakable belief in yourself, you stop asking, can I win? And you start declaring, I will win. Motivation is powerful, but it is fleeting. It's like a spark. It can ignite a fire, but it can't keep it burning. Discipline is what keeps the fire alive long after the initial excitement has faded. Winners understand this better than anyone. They don't rely on feeling inspired every day to take action. They know that if you only work when you feel motivated, you will never achieve greatness, because motivation will abandon you the moment life gets hard.